Hi, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our ongoing series on public speaking. Schools in the southern states, especially Georgia, opened yesterday. So, once again, for you, the front of the room teacher, congratulations. Hopefully, you took some of the tips, but remember, the youngsters are in front of you. Your job is to guide, lead, motivate, but also give them the knowledge that they need to move forward to be a productive citizen as they do grow. Or maybe you're that new manager, supervisor. Don't know if you've met with your team, but you will be meeting with your team. So many times you'll be leading many meetings. Maybe you're a person that's been told once again that you have a great speaking voice. You need to think about speaking. And then the virus hit, and now, like I said, we're confined to this box. I will not tell you any lie. A lot of people are scrambling, trying to find a way. So it is busy if you're new to it to try to get all of that work that went down the tube with the virus as far as conventions, reunions. But can you still get some work online? Yeah, you can still do that. Maybe you would like to go the formal route. And like we've told you before, there are some outstanding 2-year, 4-year institutions where public speaking or communications in general, you can also get degrees in. Or if you just want to be specific, there are some organizations that will charge you, but you will get a chance to be the best of the best because you're going to be around and taught by the best of the best. Or maybe you're a person that don't want to spend any money. I just want to peruse through the websites, see if there's something out there as a nugget that I can incorporate because I have the discipline to do this on my own. And that's why we do this for you. So, continuing on with what we were talking about, we're at the part now where we're delivering the speech. So, during the course of your content delivery, your presentation, you need to be aware of how things are going. Are people starting to lose interest? Do they need a break? You need to do something different to change the pace of what's going on. When is it time to wrap up your presentation? I still have more things in my toolbox that I want to talk about, but looking around, maybe it's time for me to shut this down. The basic message is out there, and I hope, we never want to hope, I hope that they got it. Now, if you're in that situation, this is something that depends on you being in front of the audience to make sure that you still stay in control of any reactions that you do see. Don't speed up. Don't leave out any points. The reason why you are there is to give them knowledge. What explosion, what takeaway do you want them to get from your speech or presentation? You will probably look at the time that's allotted and say, I still have time to get it, but it just looks like we've covered enough. They're not engaged. Well, it's your job to find a way of getting them back in. So, how can we do that? That's the setup, if you will. We can always adjust on the fly. Here's some adjustments that maybe you can think about if you feel that you're losing your audience because they've lost interest in you. How about asking some questions, getting them involved? Anybody ever watch any comedians, or just go to YouTube and watch some comedians? You'll see that sometimes they get the audience involved. I don't know what I want to do because the comedian before me or the last two comedians, they weren't that good. So the material I want to do, maybe they took some of it or it's not the right thing to do. Immediately they will come out and they will get the audience involved. Why not you do the same thing as far as getting the audience involved by asking a question or two? Have a member of the audience come to the front of the room and help demonstrate to the rest of the group one of the key takeaway points, one of the key explosions that you were trying to leave with them. Conduct an informal poll. How many people think that we're still going on the right track, can see this being useful? Introduce a brief, if you can, 2 or 3 minutes of digression where they can talk amongst themselves and come back. How about maybe picking a topic that they can relate your takeaway piece to everyday work that they're doing? In other words, any adjustments that you want to do on the fly will offer a change to the audience. Many times, by them interacting or being part of the front of the room because you hit them with the question, they will forget. They will easily say, you know what, I thought I was bored, but now he or she switched up on me. Some audiences react differently than others. So when you do things in the front of the room that are different, surprising them with that, now you found a way to draw them back in. And when you draw them back in, what are we there for? We're there to give some key bits of information. Let me go back to those nuggets again. It may also be that you've been speaking a whole lot formally, and maybe it's time for me to bring that down. Some people like to interject some humor at this time. All that is on you. All I know is that when you deliver speeches, and it's not a keynote speech, it's more along a training, a presentation. That's why I'll go back to the teachers, the supervisors, the managers, or you did your keynote and now you're there to do some coaching and training, but you find yourself losing the audience. You have to find a way to shake it up to get their interest back in so they can remember that key point, that takeaway that you want them to have. If that makes sense to you and can help you out, I hope it does. We'll move on to another subject matter the next time. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, and